Hi. I suppose everybody's heard by now that we've got two judges for harboring fugitives. One in New Mexico, which not only harbored one, but he actually harbored three three Tren de Aragua gang members. Actually took them out to the shooting range and let them shoot assault rifles so they could learn how to shoot better. I it just boggles my mind why somebody would do that. I just can't understand this left wing lunacy. And then you've got this other one in Maryland, I believe. Oh no, she's in Wisconsin, that went out in the hallway and told the ICE agents to leave. She wasn't going to turn him over to ICE, even though he had beat up a couple of people that were in jail to finger this, or in the courtroom to finger this guy and say, yes, he's the one that caused all the damage and beat us up. Instead, she ushers him out the back door and tells him to run for it. ICE had to chase him down. She turned him loose and made him run down the sidewalk in front of the courthouse before he was apprehended. He could have ran into somebody, pushed him up against a brick wall, severely injured him before ICE was able to apprehend him and bring him in. Here, listen to their story. I wanted you to hear their story, so listen to this.
But first, breaking tonight, two judges potentially facing judgment over immigration-related crimes. We have a follow-up to a bizarre story we first brought you last night. A now former judge in New Mexico has been taken into custody over allegations he allowed a member of a violent international gang to stay in his home. Also tonight, word of another jurist in big trouble. Chief Correspondent Jonathan Hunt has the latest from our West Coast Bureau tonight. Good evening, Jonathan.
Good evening, Brett. We'll start with that second jurist, Milwaukee County Circuit Court Judge Hannah Dugan, who was arrested by the FBI this morning and within hours was making her first court appearance, charged with concealing an illegal immigrant and obstructing an official proceeding.
No justice, no peace. Let the judge be released.
Protesters gathered outside the Milwaukee County Courthouse today, shortly after the arrest of Circuit Court Judge Dugan, who is accused of helping an illegal immigrant, Eduardo Flores Ruiz, avoid arrest by ICE officers at that courthouse. The criminal complaint against Dugan says, quote, despite having been advised of the administrative warrant for the arrest of Flores Ruiz, Judge Dugan then escorted Flores Ruiz and his counsel out of the courtroom through the jury door, which leads to a non-public area of the courthouse.
We could not believe, actually, that a judge really did that. You cannot obstruct a criminal case, and really, shame on her. It was a domestic violence.
In New Mexico, another judge appeared in federal court today after being arrested Thursday and charged with tampering with evidence in the investigation of his alleged harboring of an illegal immigrant. Joel Cano resigned in March from his position as a county magistrate judge based in Las Cruces, New Mexico, after federal agents raided his home and took into custody Christian Ortega Lopez, allegedly a member of Tren de Aragua, as well as two Venezuelan men, all of whom had been staying in a guest house on Cano's property. Cano claims he saw no signs of gang membership and wrote in a letter to the New Mexico Judicial Standards Commission, quote, I cannot help but feel that the capture of these boys is just another unfortunate addition to the current nationwide effort to apprehend, detain, and deport anyone not born in the U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi also said today she believes that the judges in these cases are, quote, deranged and consider themselves above the law. And the AG said the arrests should send a message that the Trump administration will to act not just against illegal immigrants, but also against the judges the White House and DOJ feel are protecting those illegal immigrants.
These two left-wing lunatic judges are now going to go to jail. And personally, if it was me, they'd get 20 fucking years. I'd throw the book at them. Their lives would be over. And then we got these supporters. My God, Where in the hell do you get supporters? You did something illegal and you get supporters protesting in the street to let you go because you broke the law. My God, America has become a land of fucking idiots. I can't even comprehend where in the hell you would even think about defending a lawless judge. You know, if I went out there and beat up a man and a woman and put them in the hospital, my ass would go to jail. No ifs, no ands, no buts about it. I would be in jail. Instead, this judge slaps him on the wrist and ushers him out the back door to flee. All right, you left-wing losers. I'm going to use your own words. You remember when back in 2023, 2024, you tried to put Trump in jail on trumped up charges that the Democratic Party made up, and you kept screaming, nobody's above the law. Nobody's above the law. Now we've got a couple of your left-wing loser judges who's broken the law. And nobody's above the law. It sucks when your own words come back to choke you, don't it? We're going to prosecute him. We're going to send him to jail. I hope the God Pam Bondi throws the book at him. 20 years. I want to see at least 20 years. But, you know, because this is their first offense, they're going to be lenient with him. They'll be lucky to get a little slap on the wrist. You bad, bad people. Or probation. Something like that. They should be punished, and I mean punished severely. They should be made an example of. Every time one of you left-wing lunatics do something like this, it makes me think that I don't want to be just part of the crowd that wants the criminals gone. I am now part of the crowd that wants every illegal immigrant gone. I want them all gone because of assholes like you. I want them all deported. And I want Trump to get his citizenship voter registration passed through. I think Biden and all the Democrats should go to jail. They orchestrated an invasion of the United States. That's what it was. It was a legalized invasion by Biden and the Democratic Party. They all should go to jail. And I don't recall any of you left-wing loser judges stopping the invasion. When Biden allowed the invasion of all these immigrants into the country, you sat there and kept your mouth shut and didn't do anything. But now that the shoe's on the other foot and we're trying to get them out of here because they illegally came into here, oh, hell's breaking loose now. Too fucking bad. We're going to take this to the Supreme Court and we're going to ram it right down your damn throat. And now that we've got judges fighting President Trump every time he turns around, stopping the deportation of these criminals, now we've got 2 judges that literally harbored fugitive criminal illegals. I don't want to just see the criminals gone anymore. I want to see each and every illegal immigrant gone because of the shit we had to endure at the hands of these idiot judges harboring criminals, refusing to get rid of criminals, using the law to stop the president from doing what we elected him to do. I want them all gone. If you like what you've seen, hit the like button down below.